Welcome to One Book, One Review. Today's book is Equal Rites by Terry Pratchett. So I finished another Discworld novel. As I've mentioned before, I'm reading them all again in the order they were originally published. Equal Rites is a third Discworld novel and the world is still new to the reader. So what is it about? The book brings us to the Ramtop Mountains, to a small village called Badass. The story begins with the birth of Escarina Smith, who mistakenly inherits a wizard's staff from the dying Drumbillet, who thought the newborn was going to be a boy. For some years this doesn't cause any problems to the child, but by the time she is 6, magic starts leaking out of her and she becomes an apprentice to Granny Weatherwax, a witch. Because everybody knows women can't be wizards. Granny teaches her about witching, but Esk wants to learn real magic, and after a few years of training, Granny realizes that she does need proper wizard schooling to control the magic that has been given to her at birth. So the two of them set out to Financing University, the wizard school in Ankh-Morpork. On their way they encounter adventures and are of course not welcome at the university. That shall be enough of the story. What I really liked when reading this book again was how Granny Weatherwax was introduced. She's one of the main characters of the Discworld novels. Her basic character traits are established and the reader is familiarized with witches. A lot is said about the differences between witches and wizards in this book. Witches are regarded as more practical people who help others with their everyday needs, whereas wizards come across as merely theoretical and separated from the rest of civilization. We learn about herdology, Granny's main choice of magic, but we also see her perform magic in a way we seldom do, and I honestly forgot she could. But Granny Weatherwax isn't the only novelty to the Discworld. On their trip, S stumbles across the Zuns, a tribe incapable of lying. This is just another example of Pratchett's talent to apply parody to hold up a mirror to our society, leaving the reader smiling and thinking at the same time. Furthermore, I like this play with words, visible already in the title Equal Rites, and the use of the word lore. We can't have women entering the university, it's against the law. As usual, I enjoyed reading this book, and if you haven't read a Discworld novel yet, well, what are you waiting for? Next up is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. Thanks for watching One Book, One Review.